You won't need it to stay warm. You're so afraid of my affections. You could drown in your own storm. There's no need for reservation. No one else can see. After some examination, man, I think that you've got what I need. It's really alright. It's really alright. It's really alright if you don't love me. What's that look of consternation? I'm completely in control. So if you're thinking of evasion, there's something you should know. Well, I wouldn't say I own you, but you're a lover without liberty. Which would you rather face, that cold-hearted landscape or me? What's that look of consternation? I'm completely in control. So if you're thinking of evasion, there's something you should know. Well, I wouldn't say I own you, but you're a lover without liberty. Which would you rather face, that cold-hearted landscape or me?
Okay, we're back. We're alive. I've got it all together now. So I'm doing 2 projects simultaneously. We are finishing up this. It's almost there. That's one of my own hairs. This is still a little, I don't know, lifty. So we're going to continue. Now I don't know why it is, but every time I sit down, when I go live, somebody sends me a message, which means I have to well, my neighbor forgot about the garden meeting. make an exercise out of this, because it does go on for quite some time. I need another towel. Okay, I think I'm going to go ahead and remove the mold so we can work it from the inside. Now, I've got a piece of plastic here. All right, it's bigger than we need. I'll cut it. Another hair. Yeah, let's take a little more off that. Okay. And now begins the roll. We were rolling along down Moonlight Bay. Gotta find a way to make this not boring, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I want this to be finished before Saturday, so I can give it away as a gift on Saturday. I also need to finish this one. I have learned that the secret is ironing. We will be ironing. I even have a special pad for ironing. Now, I don't know who figured this out, because this is definitely not the way they used to do felting. The old way included a lot of steam and mercury and wooden molds. I know that for a hat they used to make a cone out of fur. Well, basically like this. This is a fur, a sheep fur. They would make the cone and then they would have to push it and form it around the wood. I thought that was pretty interesting, but this is so much easier. Now, I got my wool to make a purse. It arrived yesterday, and it is the funniest thing I've ever seen. Very sensible for shipping. This is decent wool. It's been vacuum packed. It will pop to life when I remove it. But that is just brilliant. So I got, hey, that is such a pain in the ass. Okay. We got coffee, light coffee, and a light apricot. I like these. I can't wait to get them open and fluked. Let's see what's going to happen. Well, I know one thing that's going to happen. I'm going to have some of my tea. It's fresh. Yum, yum. Now what I really need are more of these pieces that I can turn into molds for purses. So I need to make another one. Actually, I'm planning on making a bunch of them. I just ordered, crazy me, 5 more yarns. Oops. Now the smart thing would be to offer something for sale, but we're actually not allowed to have any kind of businesses in our apartments. We're not allowed to make any money from home. I believe that is so that HUD can watch every penny that comes in and out, which they do anyway. You have to qualify. Let them into your bank account. But I am liking this hobby, which is really intended to make stuff for me to wear. So I want more purses, because they're just little, to go with all my clothes. Because I get to have fun at the same time. I add something interesting. You can be a problem. The silk doesn't felt. I don't want anything loose that can catch on things inside a purse. Well, we're going to see which one she chooses anyway. All right. Let's roly-poly it more. Look at that. Yeah. You can only have prevent so much drift, but that stayed pretty well. I'm pleased with that. Now it's shrinking up quite well, so it's almost done being felted. You have to make sure that little hairs don't come up and make it look tacky over time. I think we're going to needle it. That will help. Okay, good. I did felt this so that it would stand up more. Okay. I think the next thing to do with this is to wash the soap out of it and then give it its shape. We're going to put the bubble stuff back in here. And then we will do some tacking with a single needle. I think we can do a little better with that. Yep. Okay, I am going to bring that into the kitchen. And when I come back, we're going to work on the needle felting. Okay, so the next stage is fulling. Now, you know what, these are not quite the same, are they? That's close enough. Well, you can tell I've been working on that. God, it's so fuzzy. It really should not be that fuzzy. And it looks like it's fairly good. Don't think we're going to have to. Okay, we're seeing the shrink finally. But I think it can shrink more because we still have fuzziness. We're starting to get some texture here in the front, but the flap is thinner, so it's going to shrink differently. Yep, I think it's going to need another bit of felting. This is not right here. This should not be so many fuzzies. So like this is fully felted. We don't have all those fuzzies on it. Oh, we've got some fuzzy, but not a lot. My goodness. And we're going to felt it a little more. are going to give this one a rest so we can work on the button. I have a feeling my sister is going to be more enamored with that cute little thing, but I'll be prepared if she isn't. Okay. This is a confusing pad. It looks like it already has black wool stuck in it, which it probably does. All right, let us floof him out a bit. Maybe we need a little more. Okay, it's getting a little poofier. Still need, let's see. Okay, fine. You don't want to stand up. Make an instant yarn. Uh-oh, do I just unroll it? There we go. Okay. Need to pick you up. Right there. That looks like a mustache. Be careful, I don't want to go right through this into my finger. I think I did that the other day. Okay, I think that's safe now. Okay, it's starting to feel like a button. Be a big button. But that'll be so cute. All right. Well, I guess before I sew this on, I'm going to have to iron. But we're not ready to iron because we still have these things. What is it, 4:26 already? Got a late start today because we had our first garden club meeting where we got our first disappointing news about our future garden. Instead of having raised beds, we're just going to be allowed to replant with flowers. Like, that is not the garden we were planning on. We were all about vegetables and food, and now it's just landscaping. But we are going to be clever, and my little team and our little plot, we're going to do some flowers, perennials, and perennial herbs like rosemary. Okay, this is going to need more rolling. So we're going to take it out again. I'm going to move this over here because I need to get the iron out for this. I'm going to open that back up. And get this back. So let's get some soapy water. We'll soap it up. All the rude noises of a soap sucker. It's like making whipped cream. Well, in case you're wondering, what makes such long-lasting bubbles? It's dish soap. Lemon-scented, no-frills, Dawn version of plain dish soap. And because it's not actually a degreaser, I don't have horribly chapped hands from using it. Okay, let's give it a heave-ho. Now, I was hoping to get more personal projects started today. It's not going to happen, although I'm going to unwrap the wool because that's going to be a riot. And we're going to put it in the proper valise for storage. We don't want this felting together. Where did I put that little piece of plastic now? Yeah. did I put it? This can go on for quite some time. It's mostly felted, mostly. But there's still some fuzzy areas we can't allow. We don't want to start off fuzzy. Its potential is to get fuzzy over time in somebody's purse. So this is both squeezing the excess water out while felting. What are you doing? Oh, just loose hairballs. Looking better. Not enough on this side. We will continue the process. Now, if you are a person that wears a fitness tracker, you will be pleased to note that doing this counts as steps. On the tracker. Biologically, I can't say what it's doing. Making my arms stronger or giving me a neck ache. Can't be sure sometimes. Remember, relax, drop the shoulders. I kind of like it this way. It sticks. Don't get jumpy now. Let's see how you do. Need to make some kind of a song. Thinking felt, 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 roll, roll, roll. Roll your felt. Oh, that's right, that's the bottom. Going, wait a minute, what's coming through? No, it's perfectly fine. I'm still reluctant right there. And that is newer felt, so okay. We will continue. We'll do it this way again. There we go. Tea time. still shrinking. Starting to look good. Well, you know, that's a matter of opinion. When I say good, I mean felted. Okay, this is going to have to go back to, we beat it up a little. Anything that's going to come loose is going to come loose now. It seems to be holding. Alright, we just need to wash it, put it back in the mold to dry, and then I can iron it. So this one will be ready by Saturday. Unless, oh, this has to go this way, come on. Because we fixed this, so this would be like the top. So let's get the molds back in there. Okay, one of the things they stress in wet felting is to make sure you get the corners. We are going to do a hot water rinse with this. And after it's clear of soap, we're going to reshape it. Because I wanted to kind of hold that boxy shape. Because I kind of made pillows on the top and bottom. With extra padding on the sides. Because she intends to hold a mirror in here. The real challenge is, I'm not sure how she wants to tie this off. If you're taking something out of your purse to go to the restroom with, you don't want it to be clumsy when you get there. So probably a button will be the right thing. Let's see. Well, this is pretty sturdy. I don't have to worry about the button issue. Okay, I'm going to call it a day on this one because we have to finish up in the kitchen and then come back tomorrow. Here, sit and soak for a minute. Okay. Time to dry everything off again. I wash this soap off in the bathtub. So I don't have to get too crazy. I just don't want it transferring to everything else around here right now. Okay, and these are going to get hung up to dry. And now, let me get the correct bag for these to go in. Here. Okay, let's see what happens when you remove the vacuum pack. So vacuum pack within a vacuum pack. I have to say, I am impressed with how it's packed, and oh my goodness, look at that. Oh my goodness. That is just gorgeous. Oh, it looks like it's got a tear strip here. Ta-da! Oh, okay. Maybe not. So we're going to put this in here kind of just for the moment. I'll probably end up putting it in a different bag altogether. I like these little zippies. They also have like a hole or two in them to let the air out so you can squash flat. Now I have another yarn on the way for the embellishments. Oh, that is sealed. Wow. has a tear tab. Oh my goodness, gorgeous. I'll be getting a couple more bags like this over the next week, so we'll be able to protect everything right. Lovely, lovely, lovely. So I'm going to say this may be coffee, but it's coffee with cream. Or number 57. Genuine wool. Alright, we have almost everything that we're going to be using for a larger pocketbook. That design, I will be using the template so that I'm making the handle at the same time as the bag, which is why I needed a lot more yarn for that project. But we are set to go. So tomorrow I have a doctor's appointment in the morning, so I will not be back until after lunch. Anybody who happens to be here, have a great night.